Baron, in his high-rise office in London, is tense, staring at reports showing millions lost. He receives news of a major theft and a failed international business proposal. Baron collapses from stress and is rushed to the hospital. A hospital scene introduces Amara being called in for an urgent meeting. Baron, semi-conscious, tells Amara she is the only one who can save the company. He outlines his last wish, not just to recover financially, but to protect the employees and his philanthropic vision. Amara accepts, stunned but determined. Amara returns home, overwhelmed by Baron's request. She reflects on her modest life as a cashier and the unexpected opportunity. Flashback to her previous work experiences. She's smart, observant, and detail-oriented, but never had a chance to lead. She researches the company's profile and past deals, realizing the magnitude of her new responsibility. Late at night, she dreams of Baron and the company's employees depending on her. She wakes with determination. Amara visits the corporate office for the first time. Staff stares skeptically at the young cashier stepping into a world of corporate giants. She meets Samuel Reed, Baron's assistant, who doubts her abilities but is bound by Baron's trust. Amara observes the company culture, tense, competitive, slightly chaotic, and starts taking mental notes. Her first small interventions, identifying obvious accounting errors and inefficiencies unnoticed by staff. Amara digs into the company's financial records and quickly notices discrepancies. She finds traces of theft pointing toward someone inside the company. Fiona Clark becomes suspicious of Amara's sudden involvement and subtly tries to undermine her. Amara stays calm, taking notes of patterns in employee behavior and transactions. By the end of the day, she has a preliminary list of suspects and a plan to investigate further. Amara observes Fiona's secretly meeting with unknown individuals, hinting at deeper schemes. Samuel warns Amara about office politics and that Fiona might sabotage her efforts. Amara starts covertly building alliances with other loyal staff members. She begins implementing minor improvements in the company workflow, gaining subtle recognition from employees. By the end of the chapter, Amara senses the real battle is just beginning. Amara spends late nights in the office, cross-referencing ledgers and uncovering hidden transactions. She discovers shell companies funneling money out of Baron's firm, realizes Fiona is likely orchestrating the theft with external partners. Amara secretly photographs suspicious documents and encrypts data for safety. Samuel starts to trust her judgment after seeing her thoroughness. Amara identifies a minor loophole in an ongoing deal, saving the company a substantial sum. Staff and a few board members begin to notice her capabilities. Fiona grows more suspicious and starts subtle sabotage attempts. Amara implements a small workflow improvement that boosts employee morale. Baron, still in the hospital, receives a report and smiles faintly. His faith is justified. Fiona escalates her sabotage, deleting files, misdirecting staff, and spreading rumors. Amara discovers these subtle manipulations and starts documenting them carefully. Tension rises in the office. Samuel warns her about confronting Fiona directly. Amara devises clever indirect strategies to counteract sabotage without drawing attention. She begins to realize the company's survival depends not just on finances, but on trust and loyalty. Amara gains support from junior employees, who share insider info about Fiona's suspicious behavior. Elena, Amara's friend, helps her with networking and digital security. Amara learns the value of teamwork and starts building a secret support network. She prepares a small internal report exposing inconsistencies, without alerting Fiona. Samuel quietly admires her leadership but remains cautious of office politics. Amara corners Fiona subtly, questioning discrepancies in a non-threatening way. Fiona smirks, denying everything, but Amara plants a seed of doubt among the other staff. The office feels a shift. Staff start observing Fiona's unusual behavior. Amara documents the confrontation carefully for future evidence. Baron, still weak, receives subtle updates and senses progress. Amara discovers an external investor still interested in the company despite recent losses. She negotiates carefully, presenting minor improvements to restore confidence. Staff morale starts to rise subtly, and small positive changes ripple through departments. Fiona senses the threat growing and begins more aggressive moves. Amara quietly celebrates this small but critical victory with Elena. Fiona secretly deletes a crucial proposal document, delaying an important deal. Amara feels the weight of responsibility. Morale dips slightly. Samuel warns her that some staff may betray her if they sense instability. Amara works overnight, reconstructing data and improvising to keep the investor engaged. Baron, weak but observing, sends her encouragement, reinforcing her determination. Amara uncovers Fiona's hidden offshore account linked to stolen funds. Samuel is impressed and fully commits to helping her. She starts planning a strategic way to expose Fiona without disrupting company operations. Fiona grows suspicious and tightens her control over employees. Amara realizes she must move carefully to protect loyal staff and the company. Amara implements minor operational changes across departments. Productivity rises slightly, and staff morale improves. Board members start noticing small improvements, hinting at growing confidence. Fiona begins losing subtle influence, her minions questioning her decisions. Amara documents each step meticulously for when full exposure is ready. Amara uncovers evidence of a potential international deal to recover losses. She prepares the groundwork, leveraging loyal staff and minor wins to impress partners. Fiona attempts sabotage, but Amara's preventive measures thwart her. Samuel fully commits, helping her strategize future moves. Baron, hearing about the first major international breakthrough, smiles faintly, sensing hope. Amara begins assembling evidence against Fiona systematically. She enlists loyal staff to monitor suspicious activities discreetly. Samuel helps Amara design a secure digital system to track transactions and protect sensitive data. Fiona grows increasingly paranoid, her mistakes becoming more obvious. Amara prepares for the first official board presentation showcasing minor successes. Amara delivers a carefully crafted presentation to the board, demonstrating minor improvements and operational efficiency gains. Some board members are impressed. Others remain skeptical due to her age and cashier background. Fiona interrupts subtly, trying to undermine Amara's credibility. Amara remains calm, countering Fiona's claims with precise facts. The board starts noticing Fiona's inconsistent behavior, marking the first cracks in her influence. More employees rally behind Amara, offering insights and assistance. Amara's secret network of loyal staff grows stronger and more organized. Samuel acts as her right hand, coordinating operations and maintaining secrecy. Amara begins sending subtle warnings to international partners about potential risks. Fiona notices growing opposition, feeling the office slowly slipping out of her control. Amara finalizes negotiations with a small international partner, securing a critical deal. The deal restores part of the company's financial stability. Staff morale soars. Board members begin to acknowledge her growing influence. Fiona's attempts to interfere fail spectacularly, exposing her incompetence. Baron, receiving news in the hospital, feels his last wish slowly coming true. Amara discovers traces of another, more sophisticated attempt at fraud within the company. Fiona's network seems more extensive than she thought, possibly involving external criminals. Amara begins investigating the new layer of threats discreetly, coordinating with Samuel and loyal staff. Tension rises. Every step must be carefully calculated. Amara realizes the stakes are now global, not just local. Detective Ian Moore arrives in London, investigating the theft at Baron's company. Amara carefully manages information, feeding him subtle clues without revealing full evidence. Fiona tries to mislead the detective, but Amara anticipates it. Samuel and staff continue covertly collecting supporting documents. Detective Moore begins to notice discrepancies, hinting at the real culprit. Amara discovers a few board members secretly supporting Fiona, but fears exposure. She strategizes to turn subtle influence in her favor by exposing minor missteps. Loyal staff act as her eyes and ears, preventing further sabotage. Samuel warns her about the risks of overextending. Amara balances careful planning and aggressive strategy to stay ahead. Amara traces email exchanges and digital transactions, pointing directly to Fiona and her external collaborators. Samuel helps set up a secure evidence repository. Amara ensures evidence is undeniable before confronting Fiona. Staff begin seeing subtle changes in company culture. Inspired by Amara's quiet leadership, Baron receives another update, feeling relief and pride. Amara prepares for a full confrontation with Fiona using undeniable evidence. She coordinates with Detective Moore to ensure proper legal action. Fiona grows more erratic, sensing her downfall approaching. Samuel and staff brace for the inevitable showdown. Amara reflects on how far she has come from being a simple cashier to a strategic leader. Amara presents the compiled evidence to the board and Detective Moore. Fiona tries to deflect, but the evidence is overwhelming. Board members start questioning her influence openly. Staff morale spikes. The company begins regaining its structure. Baron, though still ill, watches the news and updates, finally seeing hope realized. Amara presents evidence linking Fiona to offshore accounts and external collaborators. Detective Moore begins a formal investigation. Fiona's allies within the company start losing confidence. Samuel helps secure all financial records to prevent further manipulation. Fiona realizes the extent of her exposure and panics, making reckless moves. Amara feels both relief and tension. The battle is far from over. Amara finalizes discussions with international partners, securing multi-million-dollar deals to recover company losses. She carefully presents improved company stability and plans to investors. Staff morale reaches a peak. Employees now fully trust Amara's leadership. Fiona's remaining influence crumbles completely. Baron receives updates from the hospital, and his faith in Amara is confirmed. Fiona attempts one last sabotage, trying to delete key financial records. Amara anticipates it, using her digital safeguards to thwart the attempt. Samuel and loyal staff intervene quietly, preventing disaster. Fiona faces formal questioning by Detective Moore. Amara reflects on the growth of her own confidence and strategic skills. Baron, though still weak, watches Amara's growing leadership. He reflects on the company's past mistakes and feels reassured that his legacy is in safe hands. Amara begins implementing Baron's philanthropic vision subtly alongside financial recovery. Staff notice a new sense of direction and purpose in the company culture. Baron encourages Amara to continue her bold moves. Amara starts integrating Baron's philanthropic initiatives, scholarships, charity partnerships, and community projects. Staff feel inspired, participating enthusiastically. Media coverage begins highlighting the company's new direction. Fiona remains in legal trouble, her name slowly fading from influence. Baron is moved by Amara's commitment to both business and humanity. Amara secures additional international deals from previously skeptical investors impressed by her leadership. Global partners express renewed confidence in the company. She coordinates seamlessly across time zones, displaying mastery of business and diplomacy. Samuel continues providing logistical and strategic support. The company starts seeing significant financial stabilization. Detective Moore uncovers the final proof linking Fiona to all criminal activity. He prepares a report for legal action, praising Amara's meticulous evidence collection. Fiona's network is dismantled. Board members finally fully trust Amara. Samuel and staff feel relieved. Tension in the office dissipates. Amara reflects on the delicate balance of trust, patience, and strategy that got them here. Amara publicly exposes Fiona's actions to the board and media. Fiona faces immediate legal consequences. The company's reputation is restored. Employees applaud Amara. The board formally recognizes her leadership. Baron, still in the hospital, feels a sense of peace, seeing his last wish coming true. Amara prepares for the final steps of expanding the company globally. Amara oversees the company's first international expansion projects. She personally negotiates deals with partners in multiple countries. Staff feel motivated and inspired by her proactive leadership. Samuel coordinates logistics, ensuring smooth transitions. Baron encourages her to innovate further, seeing a bright future ahead. Amara solidifies the company's stability and growth internationally. Barron officially entrusts her with leadership and vision continuation. The company becomes a symbol of resilience, ethical leadership, and innovation. Staff feel proud to be part of a company that values people as much as profits. Amara reflects on her journey from cashier to CEO, grateful and humbled. Amara consolidates all departments, ensuring smooth workflow across the company. Staff morale reaches an all-time high, productivity increases noticeably. International partners express confidence, extending new opportunities. Samuel and the loyal staff are celebrated internally for their unwavering support. Barron, watching reports from the hospital, expresses quiet pride. Amara has exceeded every expectation. A minor external threat emerges. Another company attempts to buy out a key division. Amara negotiates skillfully, preventing a hostile takeover while securing favorable terms. The board officially endorses her as acting CEO, trusting her judgment. Fiona's case proceeds legally, reinforcing company integrity. Barron reassures Amara, telling her this was the final test of her leadership. Barron officially transfers full operational control to Amara, feeling confident in her abilities. He reflects on the company's journey, the lessons learned, and the people who made it possible. Amara takes a moment to honor Barron, promising to maintain his vision of philanthropy and ethical leadership. The company holds a small ceremony celebrating Barron's contributions. Employees feel inspired, witnessing a true passing of the torch. Amara officially assumes the role of CEO, overseeing global operations and philanthropic initiatives. The company's finances are restored, and its reputation is stronger than ever. Samuel remains her trusted advisor, and loyal staff are rewarded for their dedication. Amara reflects on how courage, intelligence, and integrity transformed her life and the company. Barron, watching remotely, experiences peace knowing his legacy is secured. Amara implements Barron's philanthropic programs fully: scholarships, community projects, and ethical business practices. The company thrives financially and morally, becoming a symbol of hope in London and internationally. Barron peacefully passes away, content that his life's vision is in Amara's hands. Amara honors his memory publicly, ensuring his values continue to guide the company. Employees and partners celebrate the triumph, while Amara reflects on her journey from cashier to global leader. From a simple cashier to the CEO of a global company, Amara's journey shows that courage, determination, and integrity can change destiny itself. Now it's your turn. What would you do if you were given the chance to fulfill a dream that could change hundreds of lives? Comment below with your own story. Share this journey with someone who needs inspiration, and hit subscribe to follow more incredible stories of courage, triumph, and legacy. Don't just watch. Be the spark that ignites change.